It's good. It's good for certain people.
That's the reason why no one plays Battlefield, man.
So you think if they find like a perfect middle ground where most of us agree, then they really shouldn't change it?
Yeah. But okay, can we?
Nah, I don't.
Again, this is just being brutally. Again, this is just being brutally honest. This is being brutally honest once again. People in this chat, like us, we play the game too much, right? We play it too much. We'll be able to hit with a 73 ball consistently, right? Two-way slashing playmaker on 2K20, right? Little Timmy's not hitting threes like that. You see what I'm saying? So let's keep in mind, like, even though we might think a 73 balls is going to be like, man, that's too low. In the grand scheme of things, there's still going to be like 70% of the casuals that are not even going to touch a build with 70. We'll be able to hit with a 70, but they're not going to touch that, right? So it will still have, as far as the community and as far as variety in the builds, I still feel like it's not going to affect that, right? You're still going to be able to have that same base that are going to be able to have those high three balls because they're casual and they need that high three ball or they need that high driving dunk. But for like the competitors and the sweats, like we'll know how to be like, man, the only thing I need is this. But then I go back to, like I said beforehand, a point guard, the point guard on your team, he's not going to have a 70 because he wants to have 40 shooting badges. He want to have all those shooting badges. He's going to want to be able to hit those crazy threes, those fades, and all that. But again, it just goes back to, like I said, like 2K20. You're going to have lockdowns. You're going to have like just 8 or 9 shooting badges, sit in the corner and be able to spark with that three-pointer and even, miss shots, but still be able to hit with it enough to where it's viable to where you can make a OG lockdown build. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got a question. All right, so meter, no meter, should the bonus still exist? I feel like they should, at this point, just take it away because at this point, I feel like I can shoot with no meter, no issue. And the luxury of 19 when you saw your bar fill up in green, it was like the best feeling in the world. And now
I actually like that.
Like if you want your meter to pop up,
I don't know how to feel about that, bro.
Like satisfaction, shit, you're gonna have to take the penalty. I don't feel
Hey, yo, so nut, you know what I'm saying? So when that came out, what you saying is that you don't want
before, but you can see the meter afterwards. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
After you
I know it's
that'd be cool. Ooh, that's a W.
Do you think they should
they have the option in one game? What game was that?
That was 19, I believe, or 18.
Yeah,
it was 19 or 18. It was one of those. I do know what you mean. Yeah.
So
it was 19.
It was 19. Yeah, because you got both. The bottom one.
For you, we should have availability to every meter that's ever been made.
We should. I don't know why they don't. That would be fire. I always thought that.
They can, but it's like nobody uses the meter like that. So I don't
no one uses
it. Okay, that's the TikTok. I think TikTok will love it.
With this scenario.
TikTok.
Alright, so question from somebody that just added me. I want something that's gonna be a hot topic. So there's 5% of the community that says, "Oh, YouTubers ruin the game because they put out best builds or glitches." But do people not look outside because the community? Because when I was a kid and I played COD 4 and all that, we would always be doing glitches and looking for the best class setups. It's not just 2K, but for some reason they pin it on just 2K YouTubers.
Yeah, I think we're just scapegoats, bro. To be honest with you, I mean, if we don't put it out, someone puts it out. I mean,
somebody's gonna put it out.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like we're the big, the vicious, content creators that are yo, this build is ridiculous, so man, we won't put it out, break the game. It's just kind of if we don't put it out,
someone's gonna do it. We may as well be the ones
gonna get it. Yeah. Or if we don't put it out, it'll be on Reddit, right?
It's gonna be somewhere. It's gonna be somewhere. Somebody's gonna put it out.
Alright, somebody had a question. Someone just added me. This is actually low-key a good question. So with the new level 40 shit, do you guys think it's gonna be 2K19, or do you think it's gonna be 2K20, where let's say I hit level 30 or level 40, do I get a rep-up animation right after that game, or do I walk off the court, claim my reward, or do I get an animation at all, and I just claim the rewards like a battle pass on Fortnite?
That's a good ass question.
That's a good. That's
very good.
Would you want a rep animation every level or just the 10? You know what I'm saying?
I feel like they already had it to where this year in 21 and current gen. If you grinded the legend, you know this, but.
Alright. Make a video real quick. Okay. So the YouTubers right now are in the chat. Right now, I didn't know this was going on, but all my subscribers, and I'm getting like followers, new followers, people hit me up saying let OG chime in. I tried to request in the chat, as y'all can see, I was showing y'all in the beginning. They're talking about the game and what's going on and how could it be better. There's probably devs in here as well that's listening on to this. So you see right here, I sent the homie screenshot. You know what I'm saying? I requested to speak. They ain't gonna let me speak. You could tell us all about status. Like now look, if you look at this, right, you see his check marks or just people that's, you know, they know each other or they're plugged in a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So we not gonna be able to get in there requesting or speak, but what they was talking about basically was how they feel 19 should be the base of the game. They want 2K to basically be arcadey still because they feel like that's what people want, that's what people like. See, now here's the battle, and this is what I always tell people about all the time. If we look how 2K added all these new things, let me go to it first. Let me get all the receipts. Okay, here's what everybody's not understanding and what people's not speaking on. You know, it's like people talk about the same thing every year when they talk about the problems. It's talking about what the community wants, what people like, but they're not going to break down on the changes. And if you start talking about this stuff, then 2K is going to be forced to kind of like do different things. But it's like none of the bigger YouTubers ever go deep like and touch on real key points like what they're doing, right? So they're saying they want the game to be more arcadey, and that's how they feel like 2K is going to be better. But they can't see that 2K is taking power and control over their game. If you look at most companies in the world right now, they're taking power and control over things. You know what I'm saying? Look how they did us with the trailers. This is what people are not understanding. Look how they're not giving us any news. People are saying they're mad because people can't make early builds and get builds out and stuff like that. And they were saying how YouTubers, you heard how he said YouTubers ruin the game. It is true. See, we have to have this humbleness and understanding of when we are in a high influence, when we have high energy to push off either knowledge, information, gems, whatever you want to call it, that people are going to pick up and be like, yeah, and listen to, people are going to follow and listen to that. So if you have certain people that's just pushing off OP builds, this meta, this is what's the best thing everyone's using right now, which most YouTubers do because they said, like they said, hey, if somebody else doesn't do it, I'm going to do it. See, there's no individuality out of that. They're just, y'all just playing a racing game saying, okay, who's going to be the first one to get to the glitchy stuff and show this stuff? Rather than saying, look, we're going to make this own new different lane of playing different, staying within certain limits, and then we're going to tell 2K, hey, we need more upping on certain things because this is not enough. You know what I'm saying? Nobody has that mindset mentality. I've been doing that. That's why I'm trying to show people push off because they're going to have to change stuff. I literally talked about them making an arm sleeve that will give you attributes either to a shot, leg sleeves. We're going to see all that. That's going to help you dribble more, break ankles, anything. I literally said that beforehand. 2K comes out with it. Okay, whatever we want to say. But look at this right here. This badge right here, ability to convert standing layups, should have let you guys know, like, okay, that little glitch that everybody does, runs to the rack, pump fakes, stops, and waits till somebody goes up. That's limited now. They cut that because now you need this badge to secure those more. So you guys are seeing that they're cutting out a lot of the glitchy regular 2K stuff that we enjoyed. You got to get with the shift. Look how they're breaking down all these badges. They're taking all these regular things that we naturally, like, look at this. The ability is to soar from further away on driving dunk attempts. Now think about this. They just added a dunk creator. So this lets you know they changed the whole mechanics of how dunks even get pulled off. They added a meter onto dunks and layups. Why do you think they did that, people? Because you have people that make sense. When you are just holding on to this back turbo button, you're just pushing forward on this and you're just pressing X and you get an automatic dunk animation. Sometimes it's random, sometimes they'll get a block, sometimes not. You have to understand 2K realizes that's not skill. There's more complaints, then there's more love for that. You understand? So they have to make a switch on that. So their whole system, even if you look at how people stayed on current gen, why was that? Because current gen was way more animated. Compare the two, next gen, current gen. Next gen was way more realistic, IRL basketball, just too much OP offense in the builds. No balance in the builds. Right or wrong? Way more realistic, moves way more cut out and way more limited. This is why people play next gen. So we got to make that make sense, right? You see how they're adding badges like this, mouse in the house, ability for bigs to finish over shorter players more efficiently. It's basically like Giant Slayer. There should have been a badge like that in the game. Why can't big men bully smaller players that's smaller? Why can guards comp guards just because they a little good, they know how to cover over and get in a certain space to cover the animation and block the window and make the big man mess up? That shouldn't be allowed. A big man should be able to bully that and bring that help inside the paint. And then that makes that basketball that big man can kick out. You see, it makes that strategy to the game. But when the guard can just hold it down, then you don't have to worry about it. You got to lock out their guarding thing. He could just play in the passing lanes. 2K wants to make their game more realistic. I keep saying this. I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to keep saying it. Look how Glue Hands came back. And now you know this is going to be touched up because it didn't work in 18. But now we got to worry about making sure we have this badge on so when players are throwing us passes down the court, when we're trying to set up, shoot, and get out animations, we're not sluggish or getting animated. These are all facts I'm putting in your face from the notes we're getting. We see the badges and what they do so we can break it all down. Quick chain is basically tight handles. I showed you how tight handle says you can chain moves together faster. Now tight handles is going to have a different description. Look how I can tell you this without seeing the game, because I can just think and use my mind. If tight handles is still in the game, which we've seen the badge still in the game on the screen, and now we have quick chain, boost the ability to chain dribble moves together faster. That means now you have to use extra badge points to fill in that space. So there's going to be certain other key badges you are going to lack, even if you may have a playmaker. That's the balance they're trying to make. That's why they're adding in more new badges. Add these badges on top of the badges that already exist. There's still many of good badges that exist in next gen. And they gave the badges buffs, which Mike Wayne said. Most of them. Look how Sniper has a buff. The badge Sniper is basically steady shooter now. You just have to shoot high quality shot selection shots. Now hold on, let me go here and show y'all. Okay. So somebody said, wait a minute. So I didn't see if Sniper was taken out or not. But if it isn't, how does it work, Baluba? Remember, I'm gonna keep throwing this gem in there. Offense is more skill-based. Remember they said that. And 2K has never posted that. Like, YouTubers are not even saying that in their videos. Why are none of the big YouTubers ever saying 2K has never posted offense is more skill-based ever in none of their tweets ever? So that's very big. So that means they really are saying this year, like, guys, we want to make offense serious this year. We don't care about you guys complaining in the beginning, shooting and stuff. Like, we really want to make it to where you have to have some skill. They put it in their main tweet. Like, people are going to be able to go in there and complain if it's not. So, you know how it goes. Now, look at this. Sniper modifies the impact of shot timing. It gives you an extra boost for well-timed shots and an extra penalty for poorly timed shots. Think of it as the opposite of flexible release. And you see how Dunga, you guys know who that is. He said, do we still have to use the shot stick? No, they can't. Look, I'm not even trying to come at him like this way, but he just missed it. He missed it in the words. It says Sniper modifies the impact shot time and gives you an extra boost for well-timed shots. So we know how this works. It's like a steady shooter. If you don't shoot a well-timed shot with a good percentage coverage, and you're going to miss with this badge. I can already tell you're going to miss with this badge. You have to really probably shoot a real good wide open shot, time your shot good, and you know how steady shooter worked when you had it on Hall of Fame. You had to time your shot a little better. Anybody that tells you no and they could just green consistently every time, even just shooting off the rip, shooting at the start of the game without building up their takeover meter a little bit, playing with the mathematics system, is lying, and they're trying to flex for video views. You had to time a little bit more tighter, more on percentage with that. So that tells you they're getting strict with the timing. You can read right there and understand they're getting very strict with the timing because there's no, listen to the benefits. It's not even like steady shooter how it says heavily contested shots can go off more. No, they have that new badge now to where you can shoot over taller players off of the switch. I forgot what it was called, I think. See the mismatch. I think it was a badge like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Some of y'all are aware onto the game already. But look, you see how I still have it in my head? I'm telling y'all, I'm ready. Now look, he says think of it as the opposite of flexible release, right? And now, if you know how flexible release works, it helps you for poorly timed shots. Now, if you're not timing perfectly, you're gonna get a big hit. You're probably gonna miss with the badge. So you gotta really be precise. They probably went deeper with the timing. Man, I'm trying to tell y'all, offense is more skill based, and I know the timing is gonna deal with this, and people have to understand this. The shot selection you take. If you're somebody's contesting you, you got to understand You ever got contested in 2K and you shot a shot, but you feel like you timed it all the way, but the contest made you slow down on the release? Yes, that's how the game works. So if you take a more wide open shot with this badge where it's clean, you're not getting contested, you comfortable, you're going to knock down with it. But if you try and shoot contestedly with it, you got to understand you're going to get slowed down by people's contest or people's certain moves or animations towards you. So to wrap this up, people, understand 2K is going more towards real life. They keep breaking badges down. Like, they keep breaking badges down. They took stuff like Heat Seeker away and stuff like that. So, of course, now we probably going to get takeover differently. They probably going to leave it in certain areas to get your takeover up, but they took it out of finishing. So you know how they look. If they took Heat Seeker out of finishing, you know they're trying to balance this game. And they put meters on finishing. You're going to have to know how to time it now. People miss dunks in real life. That's real. So people is not talking about how they keep adding in all this stuff trying to compare. Listen, I'm not saying that, how can I put this? I'm not saying that, I'm on both sides with it. I can understand the animations, I can understand the real life stuff. But people is not trying to, they're trying to avoid the fact that 2K is adding in so much stuff that's trying to make this seem more realistic. Not animated. There could still be animated, and the way they make the animations, that could be animated. But the way how the game plays out, the way how everybody would just go towards a meta, they want to decrease that. This is why they're balancing out stuff. This is why they're making every category valuable now. They said that already. Mike Wayne said that. So people that sitting there thinking like, damn, y'all, I wonder if this build is going to be bad. No, they're trying to tell you that they're making it all balanced. It's just like they had a Call of Duty game where everything was balanced and they had that own strength in their unique way. So you got to stop thinking that you're going to be OP and be able to do everything. You're going to be playing in a certain type of role depending on how you make your stats. Literally. And depending on your skills, it's going to be basketball after that. So I hope y'all understand. You know, I try to get in there and talk, you know, but, you know, they ain't OG in the doors. Listen, it don't matter. We ain't good about that. It's good vibes. At least I got it to where y'all can hear some of what they was talking about on there. We're going to be back in the next one. See y'all later. Make sure y'all stay in good vibes. Keep the energy up high.